Hello, this is Broyar, and welcome back to the episode of our Let's Play for Farming Simulator 19. We are kind of about to get ready to start fast forwarding a bit. We've got some silage to dump in here real quick, and we're going to get some fast forwarding. We already have the seeding done on field 22 and 21. We did not seed 28 because I think we're going to join these together with 26, probably. I think that's the plan. So I'm going to hold off so I can see them all kind of together, so to speak. But we'll just zip through a little bit of this time here, get some of this stuff dumped in here real quick, and yeah. Hopefully time applies quickly enough that we can get that other field harvested here shortly. We're very, very low on money, but as soon as we get today's harvest in, we're going to be in a very, very good place. Sure, the silage stuff is probably a little bit boring for some of you guys, so I apologize for that. Again, I'm hoping to get into some of the animal stuff very, very soon. Maybe introduce a little bit more excitement into our processes, so to speak. And then at some point, you know, if we get enough fields, we might just kind of start cycling through some of the other crops and just kind of trying out different crops, seeing different stuff, kind of seeing what it looks like to do, you know, potatoes or, you know, I don't know if we'll do sugarcane. I have tried sugarcane once. It is interesting. I think my biggest complaint about sugarcane is that the vehicles needed to harvest sugarcane it just doesn't seem to work properly. Technically, those are sugarcane trailers right there, and yet they don't hook up to the sugarcane harvester. So it's like, okay, that doesn't really help me. So you have to use the tiny little harvester, like the trailers, which then you have to empty out frequently. So it's a little weird. I feel like something's missing with the sugarcane, the way sugarcane's set up. I don't think I have any new vehicles that I'm for sugarcane that I'm not aware. Yeah, it's just this one. Technically, there is this one as well, right? Yeah, this one right here. But I think this one you have to have like I don't think you can pull this with a tractor and just dump it to a trailer. I think what happens with this one is you pull it with a tractor. Maybe you can. Actually, I'm not sure. Maybe this one would work better, although it is smaller. That's part of the problem with this one is that it only does one row at a time, as opposed to, you know, 1 meter basically, as opposed to being able to do multiple rows. But we might look into that one. We'll see. Maybe I'm not going to completely give up on sugarcane. One good thing about sugarcane is if you want to get the maximum value for a field size, short of silage, it is one of the best ways to get maximum value because you get so much sugarcane off of one field. So it really, like, if you only have enough money to afford a tiny field, well, sure, pop some sugarcane on there. You're going to get a ton of sugarcane back. That's really going to help you out, kind of maximizing how much money you can get. But does it maximize the amount of money you can get per hour spent? Maybe. I don't know about that. I think it does take a while to process. So I don't know if I can agree that it would be a good time investment necessarily, but it is a good space saving option, so to speak. So we'll see. We'll think about it. The only reason to do sugarcane would be to sell it. I don't think pigs don't eat sugarcane, do they? I don't think they do. I'm not aware of it. Oh, I'm in that wall. Pretty sure they do not. I know they eat a lot of stuff, so I can't remember exactly everything on their list that they eat. But I think it's corn at the top, then barley or wheat. I think is the only two options. No, yeah, barley, wheat, I think in the middle. Canola or soybeans, and then potatoes or sugar beets, I believe, is the bottom one. Something like that, whatever. And so, yeah, sugarcane is not on that list. I think there is a mod that you can get that can let you use like sugarcane or something like that to turn into like sugar beverages or something like that, you know, like Coca-Cola or something of that nature. Probably not officially Coca-Cola because that would be copyrighted, but something of that nature, some sort of cola. I do not have those add-ons installed, so we are not going to be doing that, but I think those exist, so it gives you something else to do with your sugarcane if you just want some other alternatives. I think we'll empty the silo out before the end of the day. It's going to be close. We're going to get pretty close. And if not, it's obviously fine. We'll have some for tomorrow. And of course, this side over here on my right, well, right as I'm facing, will be done here not too much longer as well. Probably by early part of tomorrow, because didn't we do it like around noon? I think we finished it. What did I say? It was like 12. Was it 12 hours or something? I can't remember exactly what I figured out. Always forget as soon as I should write these things down, huh? Excuse me. Allergies going on today. I've decided, after a lot of thought and consideration, really, kind of, spending probably most of my life thinking about this. I've decided that allergies are overrated, and yeah, I think I'm done with them. I'm kind of okay with not having allergies more if that's an option. I mean, it sounds fun at first, right? Obviously I'm kidding, but it's like one of those things like, man, I am done with this. Too bad it's not a choice. I mean, sure, there is allergy medication, and I do take allergy medication, and it helps a bit, but it does not help completely. I feel like the allergy medication that knocks out my allergies the most is probably Benadryl. And the sad thing about Benadryl is that I am then, therefore, completely unconscious for the rest of the day. So, yes, sure, I might be able to breathe just fine, but what's the fun of breathing just fine if you're asleep the whole time? Why do I'm having a weird deja vu moment right now where I was literally loading this trailer talking about allergies and Benadryl. Please let me know in the comments below if I have actually said that in a video, because if not, then it's just one of those weird deja vu moments, which is like, where does deja vu come from? It's so trippy. A little too far. I didn't need the brakes. How's our field doing? 26 specifically. Oh, it needs weeded. Let's get this slowed down then. Let's get all this in here first, and then I'll slow it down. Yeah, good enough. And we'll go grab our weeder. Weed that one. We'll also weed the other field too. I don't think it's too late in the process to get it weeded. Because it's still got a little bit of growth left, all right? So I think it's still time to, or I think I still have time to get the benefit of weeding it. I'm actually going to start you over here and send you north to south just to avoid the silliness over here. I mean, this field is almost square. It's not off by much, so going north to south is not super inefficient, especially since I'm probably going to have to go north to south for this last little bit over here anyway. By the time I trim off this edge here to account for it, it will be almost a square. I think a little too far over to the left. It's hard to tell. It looks pretty good. Go worker go. Spend all my money. All right. My leg's falling asleep a little bit. Get this guy going. Let's get back over here. We did empty this thing out, so now we can fill it up while that guy's doing his thing. Looks like we are going to get to nighttime here soon, which is just always fun, right? I know some of you guys, I think, have commented that the nighttime does not bother you too much, which I do appreciate the feedback. It definitely helps. So I might not completely avoid the night, but as I've also mentioned, it does bother my eyes a little bit. Probably, I think it's at least partially due to the fact that I do have lights shining on me to kind of show on the screen. And so the contrast, or the maybe not contrast, I guess contrast is probably the right word, of the lights on my eyes versus the darkness on the screen. It makes it hard to see. But even when I don't have the lights on, I think it's still just, I don't know, the darkness is just a little, almost a little too dark. I think I should be done pretty quickly. Those things go very, very fast, thankfully. Suppose I could start prepping some of the plowing, actually. That is something I could work on here in a minute. In fact, I might do that, because I can plow some of 28 up to almost 26, not quite touching it, and then just do like one strip of 26 and then it'll be done. That actually might not be a bad idea. Probably should have done that well before I limed, because that strip's going to need some lime as well. Are you done? Oh, no. I think I was just in the bad spot. There you go. Now you're done. We'll top you off, but obviously it's not going to be much. And we'll grab our tractor over here, right next to the plow. So we'll get that line taken care of. Like I said, I'm still trying to decide what to do with the 22, 20, 21, 22 here, because part of me, kind of what I want to do, and I'll show you real quick. I can't remember if I mentioned this before. You've got this road right here coming out of the house. Kind of what I want to do is move this road over here in line with that road, so that I can just drive out this road right into this one, and then just extend this field just a smidge, just to kind of cover some of that, which does mean I have to cut into this field a little bit. So it's a little bit of a give and take. So I'm taking from one field to give to the other, but I think the net gain in the end is going to be okay. As you can see, my lime dude crossed over to that other field just a bit. It's kind of funny. All right, let's do a little bit of this here first, just to kind of get the edge as close as I can get it. Although it's not going to be perfect, which is fine. That's where I come in with the paintbrush. So allow cracked fields, lower plow. We'll just draw this line almost to the edge. Not quite. There we go. And then I'll probably, we'll just start over here. And we'll work our way towards that. We'll have a nice big field, which again may still be corn for the moment. I'll have to evaluate how much corn I actually or how much silage I actually have. I mean, again, we are using silage to get money for sure. That is happening, but we are also going to need silage for the cows. So if we do want to switch over to cows and get a decent number of cows, we will need a decent amount of silage for that as well. On my multiplayer farm, I have just shy of 1,000 cows, I think. And I think it takes, I want to say almost 4 million food, something like that, to feed them all. So 4 million total food, which about 25% of that is silage. It means it's about $1 million worth of, or million silage, which is about $900,000 worth of silage. Which is crazy, just to feed a bunch of cows, which probably are not returning that much investment. But that's okay. Like that's like if all I wanted to do is make the most money possible, well then I would just sit here and do silage for the whole time, which it may seem like I'm doing that now, but no, I don't want to do that, because that's going to get boring for me, even not even just you guys. Me doing silage just nonstop is like at the end of the day, it's like, why? What's the point? Because like making a whole bunch of money just so I can do more silage is like, okay, I guess I'm just playing Silage Simulator at that point. So no, we're definitely gonna do some other things. That's why I want to do the cows, even though they're not the most profitable. I still think they are entertaining. You're doing that. Let's get you going again. We are negative again, but that's all right. We will be all right. Helps if I actually lower the plow before I start the cruise control. Wish there was a bigger flat plow that you can get. I mean, even this one's just a mod. The main plows that you get in the game itself are at an angle, and I really do not like those at all. I get it; it's realistic. It's how plows actually look, but man, they are kind of a pain to use, especially the really big one. It's like it kicks it off to the side a bit, and it's just I'm not a fan. I'll be honest. You know, I like this flat plow, but I just wish it was a little bit wider. Make this part a little bit easier. There might be another mod somewhere that has a bigger version of this, but that's all right. I'll just draw this little edge over here. Why not? Probably trim off a little bit of this field 26, kind of like we did for 28 near the road. Although if we are making it this shape, we will be doing kind of vertical passes, so it doesn't need to be trimmed off as much, but I'll probably still trim off a little bit. It also helps clear out some of these bushes, which I guess are okay looking, but sometimes they get a little bit annoying seeing all the bushes all over the place. It gives a little bit of character, I suppose. All right, well, there we go. And so that part is prepped. Just needs like maybe one, maybe two more passes, depending on how it kind of overlaps. I think it'll only be one, though. And then we will be good to... Actually, I guess I can leave this plow out here. We are going to need it here shortly. I'll just bump it up against this fence over here on the outside. And that'll work. I mean, I don't have to take out a loan because we can be negative, but I think I'm just going to take enough out to be back positive. Why not? I mean, it's going to cost a little bit more interest, but whatever. It feels weird being negative, even if it is temporary. All right, let's put you over here. Probably get back to fast forwarding right away because we don't have to wait for that weeding to be done completely since it is early stages. It'll be fine. Let's get back over to you. Go up a little bit more and start fast forwarding. Was it 5 more hours? No, 7 more hours. Sorry, 7 more hours. Math is hard. Looks like we did just get a cycle change though. Does that mean we are good over here? Nope, not yet. One more stage. I do need to get that limed, but I will do that here once we finish it up. There's our weeding done. Because we can at least be going at probably 15 speed. Get a little bit of that processed while I'm over here loading. Let's see here. Anything else we need to do right now? I don't think so. Like I said, we still need to get that limed. We'll get that. Oh, we missed a tiny speck of weeds there. I don't think it's that big a deal. So I'm probably not going to stress it, although it is going to bother me, isn't it? As I'm sitting here talking to you about how I'm not going to stress it. I know it's bothering me. Fine. Since the weeder guy's still out there. Where is he at? Well, let's go, Weedy. Somewhere right about here. Probably a little bit further up, but that's all right. This will get it. Because that's another reason to move this field over just ever so slightly, or trim off a little bit of it. We don't run into these trees that I just ran into. Get a little bit of this, spinning it. There's still a speck there. Yeah, those trees. I mean, I could chop the trees down to be sure, but if I move the field over ever so slightly, then the tree will not be a problem. There we go. That is that. Like I said, we are now officially ready to just fast forward and wait. Where is our... There he is. Actually, we need to get some more in there. Oh, there's a little speck back here. Yeah, I don't know if we're quite going to be able to get all this silage into today's batch. 280,000 or 250,000, I should say. 6 more hours. We might be able to. It's hard to tell. I can't remember. What is it? 50,000 takes an... Did I say an hour and 15 minutes before? I think I did. I can check here, actually. All right, we're at 34,1827. So we fill it all the way up, and then like empty this trailer out, let it come back down to 34,000. Let's see what time it is. And there, close enough. Yeah, about an hour and 15 minutes, right? 27 to 44. Technically that was only 45,000 actually. So it's about hour and 15, hour and 20, something like that. So that means as of right now, we have how many batches left? Well, at 2000, we'll have 4 hours left probably 3 batches. So yeah, 3 batches times 45,000 is not 230,000. So we will have some of this left over. That's all right. Don't know if I've mentioned before or not, but I have played this game over the last month. I think I have put on 250 hours of game time in the last month. I've been playing this game nonstop, almost every single night with my multiplayer friends. So I've learned a lot about this game in a very, very short period of time. I mean, there's still obviously a lot I don't know. I'm not gonna pretend I know everything, but there are a lot of things I've tried. I've tried belts. I've tried different crops. I've tried different mods. I've tried, you know, all sorts of stuff. So if you got questions about some things, I might be able to answer them now, where I probably couldn't have. Ironically, I probably couldn't have at the beginning of the series. I mean, literally within the last, since I started the series even, I've probably put in an extra 100 hours of time. Just playing many, many hours at a time. There we go. Alrighty, how are we doing on that field? Still not quite there. We'll just get this to the end of this time spot, and then we'll probably call the episode there. Hopefully I can get the money today. At least that's the goal. So we'll see here in a second. Looks like it's just going out that great in the front. It's kind of funny. I've actually tried belt systems that were in these silos, like prearranged, and then pointing towards the drop-off, so that as soon as I finished fermenting the silage, all I had to do was uncover it, and the belt would automatically kick off and drop it off. And it works most of the time, but then just sometimes it just randomly just decides it doesn't want to work anymore. And it's like, so we played with that for a couple days of effort, of different configurations and different attempts and different things, and it just wasn't consistent enough. So it was like, all right, no more belts. Belts are interesting idea, but just don't seem to want to work properly. I mean, it wouldn't be so bad if it just didn't work at all. Like, if it didn't work at all, I'd be like, okay, cool. It's just not something you can do. But the fact that it worked most of the time, but then just randomly you'd be out in the middle of the field and be like, let me go check on the silage, and be like, why is this not running all of a sudden? And it was just randomly just stop running for no reason that we could find. Because like I said, we tried so many different experiments of maybe it's this thing, maybe it's that thing. And just nothing we tried let the belts work the way, work properly, I would say. That's all right, though. To be fair, it was a that was really gonna make it easy mode. So, but you know, like I said, you know, sometimes you just gotta experiment with stuff like that to see if if it's worth doing. And we eventually decided, you know, it's not worth doing. It's just not worth the effort. Might as well just continue with what we're doing now. It's nothing wrong with it. It's working. That was probably gonna make it too easy mode. Two more hours. Get our big old chunk of money. How much did we make yesterday again? 212. That's right. Oh, that's right. Today we made 751. That's right. Now I remember. So this is gonna be another big old chunk of money. should be about. I think it's gonna be close to about the 751 as well. I think that's about where it caps out at. I don't think you can get much more than that. I think we can figure it out in our multiplayer game that I think we've made, if we added everything up, including all of the kind of the trial attempts and things that we were like, okay, let's try this out. That didn't work. Let's completely sell it all and try again. Let's try this out. And sometimes, you know, when you sell stuff, you don't get full money back. So, you know, there's a lot of experimentation about various things. But I think we added up to, I think it was at least $40 million, maybe $50 million that we spent overall. So a lot of investment in our, and what we have left currently, like on our farm, that we've kind of put an exclamation point on. I think we're kind of done. We're like, there's nothing else to do. I think we ended up totaling the current value of our farm is about $20 million, I think. We have like 7 windmills currently, which those are, you know, 1.2 mil a piece. So we have about 1,000 cows, which I think they sell for about $2,000 a piece or something like that. So, you know, that's a couple $100,000. Or no. Let me see. Yeah. No, 1,000 cows, $2,000 would be $2 million. Sorry. I was like, that doesn't sound right. Yeah, so we have, you know, we have a decent amount of money from that. Plus, like I said, I probably put $1 million worth of silage just in the cow food alone. So, you know, you got that going as well. It's a pretty expensive setup. But again, we're not, please do not expect to see that in this playthrough. Because by myself, that would take me a very, very long time. Obviously, for obvious reasons, it goes way faster with more than one person, especially when the other person has a little bit more time to play during the day while I'm working and can kind of get some stuff done on the farm while I'm busy at work. I might show off that farm at some point, though, just kind of as a, you know, here's what you can do, you know, because I think it looks pretty cool. Well, we'll get around to it at some point, I think. I mean, I've already showed off a couple of my farms that we've made, and this is our, I guess, our 3rd iteration, I suppose. It's probably our best iteration so far, again, because we've done so much experimentation about it, figuring out exactly how we want it to kind of look and set up. Oh, there we go. Oh, it wasn't that much. Did we? Oh, it's right. Because we did not have the silage fermented yet when we started this day. That is right. I'll be honest, my days kind of mixed together. I forgot which day was which. So, all right, that's fair. Nothing wrong with that. Still, big old chunk of money. Tomorrow I think we'll be able to pay off some of the loan, maybe. Although, again, if we just continue with the idea that buying fields for the crop and things like that we can get off of them is ultimately worth more than paying off the loan itself, then maybe we continue with that strategy. At least until we get the fields that I want. Specifically, I'd like to get 25, 30, and 29. Like if I could just get these up here, then I'll be happy. I'm not going to worry about the ones down here. Eventually, yeah, someday, sure, I'd like to get those. But if I can just get these 3 to kind of finish off my kind of plan, my mentality, because that means if I get 30 and 29, I can go ahead and bring this field right here all the way down and just make this a massive field. Again, maybe potentially scooching this one over just so I can get this road to go kind of in line where I want it. But other than that, kind of just keep these maybe 2 big fields, and then maybe put cows or something like that on 25. Still got this for grass and stuff, so something along those lines might be the plan. But we are a bit over time right now, so I just wanted to get to the money. Again, I forgot that we hadn't had it fully fermented when I started today, but that's all right. Let's go check this other fermentation stuff over here, because I have a feeling today might be a full load. depending on how far along it is. We'll check that here in just a second. All right, let's jump over here. Check you. Oh yeah, we're good. This is gonna be a good day. We're gonna have a lot of stuff coming in. And then this one's, oh yeah, this one's good. So yeah, next thing up, we will go ahead and harvest 26. Probably just drop 26 in this silo right here. I'll just get this one cleaned up here in a minute. Or I could always put it over here on this far one. But we'll go ahead and get this, one of these two, we'll get that silage put in there. I mean, we're not going to wait for anything else. We'll just go ahead and get that covered up now. And then we will combine these two fields. I will consider, we should have plenty of money to buy both of these and this one. Although that one is the most expensive of the three. And I'm only going to use it for like cows or something. Like, I'm not even planning on using this for crops. But definitely buy these two. Think about that one. And we should still have money left over to kind of do whatever. Because we got all the equipment at the moment. Leasing it, obviously. But we do have all the equipment we're going to need, I think. Although if we do cows, there's a couple other things we will need at that point. So, but yeah, that's kind of the idea. Kind of the plan. We will see. But we're going to go ahead and put a cut in there. I do appreciate you guys watching. May God bless you. And I hope you join me again next time. Thank you and goodbye.